Hello everybody here at the Flamingo Farmhouse. We are gonna do some fun, happy stuff. I hope my, I just was on a team call and it kept saying slow connection. So I'm hoping that we don't have a slow connection, you and me. And I want to welcome you to the Flamingo Farmhouse. I'm Mary Jo. I am your hostess with the mostest here. And I am going to show you guys some fun stained glass resin today. I really love this. This is such a fun class to do with everyone. I'm going to be doing some resin for my Stamp and Scrapbook Expo people. So if you are one of those people coming to O-Town here in Orlando, what, next weekend? What? Get ready because I will have a resin make and take for you guys. It's the cutest little resin make and take you'll ever love. So what I'm doing, and I'll show you here in a hot second, but once you get here, make sure you say, hey, hey, so I know you're here and we can chat. Make sure you share this out and about to all your friends and tell them to come join us and have a good time. So there you have it. Okay, so today I told you we're going to do crushed glass and resin. And the very first thing we have to do is we have to have some sort of frame to put our crushed glass in. It could be a little bowl if you want to do flowers on the bottom of a little bowl. You've seen me pour resin before and the trays. This one is going to be the crushed glass. I did some of this at Christmas too that you guys saw, but I just love this little bird. I don't know. I think it'll be a cute crushed glass. So you have to put your resin tape on the back, okay? So I did that, and it comes in a roll. And just make sure it's all covered because you want it nice and flat so that you have a flat back for your resin as it fills in. You don't want it to like stick on your table. That would be wrong in so many ways. So let me go ahead and put you down here. And when you get here, make sure you say, hey, hey. I want to see your happy face. I've got a whole bunch of crushed glass here. And I just don't know. I bought all these things. I know. I have issues, you guys. I have pink, of course. 3 different shades of pink because we got a flamingo going on, right? And so 4 different shades of pink. But I think I want to start with the sunshine and work my way down because each section I'm going to try and do a different color. And I hope I have enough colors for all of this. We'll see. So you're just going to take and pour your cut glass in there and spread it around. And this is going to be your artistic part. You know, you just want to get all of that in there. And it doesn't have to be really thick. You just want to fill it, right? Who's here? Say hey, hey. So I went to a class with this and it was so much fun. And I believe that we can have so many different avenues of crafting. We have our stick, smear, and peel. We have our resin. We have punching. We have quilting. We have all the things. Diamond dots. If you're a diamond dots girl, I'm going to do one whole live on diamond dotting with Chalk Couture. It's kind of fun. Okay. So I have that orangey gold in there. I got it pretty much covered in. There's a few little places. It's not gonna be perfect because you know the rule on perfection. And then what color do I want? I need more yellow. some sort of yellowish to go down here, right? Because all this is sunshine here. Huh, I have like a light gold. I love this copper though. I do have a gold. We can do some gold because that will stand out. And you just have to try and, like, the other thing you can use are the little squeeze cups for silicone to put them in, but I never do that. Probably would be good because I always end up using tweezers because that's how I roll. And I love these little tweezers that are like this. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Robin and Tracy Hart. How are you? You've wanted to do this resin project? I'm telling you, it's so much fun. So I cut the designs. If you need, like this flamingo, I'm going to put in my window. But I do have some of these cut if you want to try and start with the flamingo. I'm going to get some sea turtles I think would be cute. Maybe like a real big flower of some sort would be cute to do. Something like that. But it has to have enough room that you can actually... I tried it with smaller ones. I have a seahorse one. But I need to like enlarge the seahorse because it's too small. It's only like this big. And that didn't work because it made the resin look yucky. But this is fun to me. So you do have to use tweezers when you start getting into these little places. And you can actually just pick up some out of your, kind of like diamond dots, just pick a little bit up and put it in. Use your tweezers and get it, just put it right in there. Like that. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do this one in gold. But let me show you the resin real quick, how the process goes. So you fill in one area, and I do know we have Chalk Couture. You made it again? Yes, you did, Nancy. 2 lives in a row. What is that all about, girl? Come on now. Chalk Couture has their own resin. It's very nice. Mine is downstairs, so I'm using what I had up here. And I'm not going to lie. I won't lie and deceive. But ours is the same. I mean, UV resin is pretty much UV resin as long as you don't want it to yellow, right? So then you're just going to pour this on. Kind of just staying in the lines, just like this. And then fill it in. And you kind of got to lift your head to the side to make sure that it's all covered. All right, because it will go, oops, you do not want bubbles. It will go and go all the way down is what you want. I got a drip off. There we go. Okay, and then see there's a bubble there. So I'm gonna take my heat gun and pop that bubble. Just like that, like Zorro there or whatever, a cowboy. And then you use your either, if you have our flashlight, which is like this, you just put that on top and you heat it and you hold it for 35 to 45 seconds. Or you can, if you have a resin like this, you turn it on. And it does the holding for you, which is really cool, guys. I'm just saying, it's really, really cool. So you just let that cure for 60 seconds, and then we'll go to the next one. And that's how this whole process works. So it's kind of a repetition thing, but... And what's really weird is you can smell the resin when you're heating it up. It's kind of really weird. So it's okay. I still like it. But it's a stinky process sometimes. But you can, like I said, you can get a big light. We have the flashlight that is really, really nice. And you can get the smaller areas with the flashlight. and it's only 15 bucks. So, no, it's 20 bucks, and our resin's 15. So, or is it 10 and 15? It's between $15 and $20 for the light. I haven't, okay, so my last show, I ran out of flashlights because everybody bought them. So now this is hard and it's hot, so we're just gonna move on to the next one, right? So then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing and cover that. And it might be a little, you just have to play with it, and you wanna keep it within the wood is the other thing you wanna make sure. Somebody is at my door. I don't know who it is. Paul's outside. He can handle it. Because I am here chatting with you. Oh, I know who it is. It's a guy that's going to resod our backyard because we had to, and then you do the 60 seconds again. We had to resod our backyard. Well, no, we had to redo, okay, so 3 years ago, we redid our septic tank, right? Drain field, everything. 3 years, 5 years, maybe 4 at the most. Then we resodded the whole yard, like $6,000 worth of sod, you know? And then the drain field, like, quit. So we had to tear up all the new sod that was just like only a year old. And our whole backyard is like a mud pit. And so the guy's coming because March is the month to do the sodding for us here because, you know, it's not like summer up north. Ours is we got to get it in and rooted and ready before summer heat squelches it, you know. But we do have to mow our lawn like every week minimally. During the summer because we get the afternoon rains every day because it's tropical. So, okay, so we have these two done now. Okay, so I have these done. See, they're not squishy or icky or anything. And if you hold it up, you can see how it looks. Okay. All right, and then we'll peel the back off when it's all the way done. So where's my gold? So I'm gonna do gold down here. So have you guys ever done like paint by numbers and stuff? Well, this is kind of like that. And you can also use, and I don't have it, well, I have this one, but it's not, maybe I could use one of these. I have one of these little silicone things, but it's too big. Like a little scoop to put it in there. I was thinking maybe one of these little guys would work. Oh yeah, look at that. Aren't you glad you're here with me? Look at this tips and tricks you're getting. So you can use our spatulas, our mini spatulas with your glass, see? And you can just do a little scooping action there and put your glass in there. Go, Mary Jo. That beats that tweezer, doesn't it? And pouring it and getting it all over everything else. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You can spread it out. I got 2 little pieces here. I gotta put those back. So today, you wanna hear my story today? You wanna hear my today's story? What'd you guys do today? You talk to me and I'll talk to you. So my today's story was a friend of mine has a mill, like a grain mill that somebody gave to her, right? And so we looked it up because she didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to use it. I'd never used that one. I use my KitchenAid and I'm cool with that. So Paul and I looked it up and then we didn't have all the pieces. And then she found all more of the pieces. So she brought them over and we had all the pieces except a filter for it. And she wanted me to see, you know, how it worked and all. Because she had no clue. So I got it plugged in, started working it, and then the hose popped off and I had flour all over my kitchen. like a film of flour. It was like a hot mess there. Okay, so we have that one. So we're just going to do the same process again. So I had this film of flour all over my kitchen that I had just gotten cleaned yesterday. It's okay. So I wiped it all down. And so that's how my day started. And you guys know I get up at 4. I cannot wait for the time change because that means I'll get up at 5. Because your body will adjust. I'm so excited that I'll get up at a normal time again. Because my body that's just the way it is. You know, my body, it's crazy. So anyways, so we're just going to heat it again. So I had flour everywhere. It was all in my plants and my hydroponics. It was everywhere, you guys. So I cleaned up the kitchen again. And I said, well, I've got all this grain. I've got to mill it. So I plugged in my KitchenAid and I milled flour all morning. And then I said, well, dang, I'm out of butter. So I made 2 pounds of butter and got that all done. And I found these really cool, they're like gnocchi boards, you know, and you use 2 of them, and it helps press your butter, and you can really work the butter with it to make it into a nice block. So I found those and I used those, and those were really, really helpful because you want to squeeze out as much buttermilk as possible because then it won't go rancid as fast. So anyways, that's what I did. And then I said to myself, I said, self, I've been watching all these reels online, right? About how Dollar General's doing these 1-cent sales. And I'm like, well, I'm cheap. Let me go see if I can find a crock pot for a penny. So it was not a fun time when I did that one, you guys. What color are we gonna do this? Okay, look at my flamingo colors. So his big neck, which color? I'm thinking we do him this color and do his, well, maybe do him this color and do his feathers like that. Or, well, the other colors are like fuchsia, pink. I think I'm gonna do this color. I think you guys will agree with me. Now, these are bigger glass ones, okay? The other ones are little. These are bigger, so you can actually hold them a little better. They're kind of like little beads almost. But you see how they're a little bigger? Let me show you. See, these are a lot bigger. Can you see? I think you can. And then these ones here, let me show you the gold that I used. They are itty, where are you? Itty bitty, itty bitty, okay? So I'm gonna use the bigger ones this time, and I'll probably still use my scooper because my fingers are still too fat, even though they're bigger and I have a bigger work area. This little scooper works good, man. Just saying. Find a use for all these things. So anyway, so I went to Dollar General, which is, thank goodness, it's right by my house. I use my fingers because I can. So it's right by my house, and I go in, and I'm looking all around for this crock pot and this, what is it called? A griddle. You know, like a flat electric griddle, you know, that looks like a sheet pan for your oven, but it's electric griddle. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So online, people were like, 1 penny, you can get this for 1 penny. Well, I was like, well, if I can just get it for $1, I'll be happy. You know, that would be fine. Because I was just going to put it at church. Because there's always people there using crock pots and, you know, all the things. Why not have an extra one if it's cheap enough, right? So all of their small appliances were like above the shelves on the top rack. It was crazy. So bless this poor little girl's heart. I asked her, I said, I just want to see what that one scans in at. I saw online that you have a 1 penny deals, and she kind of looked at me like I had, 3 heads, and like I was like total lunatic woman wearing my YOLO shirt that says YOLO, LOL, JK, BRB, Jesus. So it means you only live once, just kidding, be right back, Jesus, right? And, so I think it's a cute shirt. So anyways, I'm sure she thought I was a little bit nuts. But, yeah, they don't have that. It was such a disappointment. I told my daughter, and she goes, yeah, Mom, they didn't show you their receipt. They're probably lying online. I go, why would people do that and waste other people's times and have a full cart of Dollar General things showing you what they're getting for a penny, and then they show their receipt at the end that they got it all for like, 5 cents or whatever they got. I don't know. Some crazy. I'll tell you what, the smaller ones work better on this. So when you go to get your glass beads, get the smaller ones because they actually work better. For this size, I'm betting like if I had a bigger thing I was doing, it would be better. Like the bigger ones would work better. But this one, but it's going to look good because I'm just going to put the smaller ones here where they'll fit. You know what I mean? That one's too big, obviously. But I'll just put the smaller pieces over in the smaller area of the neck. But it wouldn't have mattered because all of these pink ones are all the bigger ones. So I need to just put these in here like that. Okay, so there, we got him going on. He needs a couple more. But anyway, so it was quite the disappointing trip to Dollar General. I just had to share. Don't do it. Don't get sucked into peer pressure, Charlie. Don't do it, Charlie. Yeah. Oh, here's a big one here. So you just want to make sure that you fill in all these little crevices. And like I said, this is a lot like diamond dots. So if you don't like repetition, this one is probably not for you. It's really not for me either because I am not a repetitive type girl. I like to do one craft and be done. I do like doing classes and stuff and teaching other people over and over again. I like doing that, but like for me to do the craft over and over, that's why I don't sell a lot of my finished goods. I just sell the ones that I make once. Okay, and then we're just gonna do the resin over it again. Yeah, that's how I roll. A lot of people don't roll that way. You just want to make sure that you're covering and sealing. All the way to the wood. That's the most critical part. And if you go over the wood, that's okay. Because we're going to color that all black. And if we have to use a Sharpie, we will use a Sharpie. But I'm pretty sure the chalk marker will cover it fine. And you can also sand that off with a Dremel if you get all crazy. But we could sand it because it is resin. We could sand it flat then too. But if you're doing this at a class, I wouldn't be sanding anything. Like at my classes, I don't. I leave it bumpy. But you could sand it if you wanted. That's not what I want to do. And then I got a bubble right here, so I'm just going to go whoop. And it'll go away. Okay, let me just do that and let it cure. Okay, hey Debbie, how are you? We're doing some resin today, some UV resin, doing a little flamingo with my wood cutouts. I've got allergies like crazy, you guys. Oh, and I got my labs back today. Shut the front door. I am no longer pre-diabetic, just saying. My blood sugar went down to 89, fasting blood sugar. Perfect. Because of this little watermelon drink, that's why. The longer I'm on these supplements, the healthier I get, the more weight I lose, the more I feel good. It's a win-win. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am with my labs. The problem with my labs, what my labs did show, it's what we all have. You know, that cholesterol thing. Yeah, well, you know, the only way you get rid of that is by getting your butt up and moving more. And so my body has gotten to the point where it's not going to it is like, Mary Jo, we're not gonna get rid of any more of your cholesterol right now. So I have to get my butt moving more on that treadmill. And when am I gonna do that? I'll find time. I will find time. So let's go back to our flamingo here. So I'm just gonna do this same color here. I really like, look how that turned out. Look, if you look at it this way. Isn't that pretty? Say what? What you talking about? Look at that. That's so pretty. Okay. So I'm just going to continue to do this. Now, you guys can hang around with me if you want, or I can go away and do it. It doesn't matter. I like chatting with y'all. I wish you guys would chat back, though. I need some chit-chat back because I'm running out of things to say, which is hard for me because I usually have so much to say. Pretty much all the time I have so much to say. But my labs, I was so excited. My labs are so freaking amazing. My T3's a little low and I don't know why. So I have I do like phone conferences with my doctor after labs, so I don't have to drive halfway across town and deal with people. He's over by Universal Studios, and I just don't want to go there because there's all the tourists, man. And those people get a little riled up because they don't know Florida driving, and you know how it goes when you're on vacation and you turn your brain off and you left it at home and all that. So I'm going to do a few of these. I'm going to do some light pink here. Right here. But, yeah, people driving over there, they just forgot their brain at home when they came to Florida. So I don't like to drive there if I don't have to. Now, if I have to, I will. Oops, there's one guy. He got out. If I have to, I will, but I prefer just to do a phone conference. It's a lot easier for everyone. And then I don't have to go in there, and it's people-y, you know? Sometimes you just don't want to be people-y. Talking to you guys is okay because I'm doing all the talking. I wouldn't mind listening to you guys, but you guys aren't talking to me. So I know you're trying. I know you're trying to think of things to say because that's how my people-y are. They're good people-y. Hey, Sarita, how are you? Make sure that when you guys get here, you share me out and about. Say hey to all your friends who are here watching. We're doing a little glass project here. It's really, really easy. We're using, oops, I flipped, there it is. We're using our UV resin from Chalk Couture and a wood cutout that I've made. Now, I can make these wood cutouts in any design that you want. You just need to tell me what you like. If you want a cross, or if you want a flower, or a flamingo, or a palm tree, whatever. It needs to be kind of simple because you want to have large areas to be able to put your glass in, okay? So if if there's something that you think you'd like, then you need to shoot me a message and tell me what you'd like. I'd tell you a price, and you can tell me if you want it or not. and how big you want it. This one is just an 8-inch cut, I believe. It might even be 7. And then I can do them as big as 12-inch. I can't do more than that because my laser bed is a 12 by 18. So my big wood rounds are 16, and I'm able to, like, I have to compensate that. This is gonna be so pretty, that size. Okay, and so we're gonna do dark here. And then I think I'll do light here again, and then this medium. Yeah, baby. Do you guys, some of you guys are still like, I know Nancy's in Minnesota. Do you guys still have snow on the ground? I'm just curious. I feel so sorry for you if you do. It is so hot here right now. We have the air on. Paul's outside sweating, building that garden bed for me. I'll have to take you guys a tour of the garden tomorrow. I can do that tomorrow for my live. I'll show you the garden and what's out there. It doesn't look like much right now. Everything's going on underground, you know? It's all underground right now. But I do have some beans up, and I have some tomatoes, some cilantro. I love my cilantro. Cilantro lime rice. Baby. That's what I'm talking about. What is this? Is this like a little... I'm going to have to get a little tiny... I'm going to have to use this color. Is that that's pink. No, there's a better pink for that little tiny area there. Here's a pink for that little tiny area. Ooh, I did it upside down. Not good. Oh, I was so fortunate. I only lost a few. Oh, my word. I'll just pick these up and put them in. Pick them up and put them in. Okay, so do you guys have any questions on resin or UV resin? So there's 2 different kinds of resin. There's the UV resin, which means ultraviolet, which means you use a light with it. That's what we're using today. So you cure it with the light. There's also what I call the AB 2-part resin. And that's where you put equal amounts of both an AB and then an activator. So you put equal amounts of A and equal amounts of B, and then you have to sit and stir it for 3 to 5 minutes according to their instructions. And then you pour it. So that's what I did at Christmas with all those trays, is I poured those trays because it's a bigger surface. This is just a smaller surface, so we're just going to use the UV resin, okay? I don't want that one. Come on out. I don't want you there. You're going home. So that's the difference with the resin. So today we're using the UV resin. What did I do with the lid? Here it is. This is going to look so cute, you guys. I hope. Okay, so this other one's going to go all the way down there. This is this color. This is a pretty color. Yeah, and then I'll just do, oops, all the resin on all these pinks, and then just cure it once with the light because I have the big light. But remember I told you guys at the beginning, I do sell the flashlight that has the resin. Let's see, you've been doing a lot of diamond art lately. You call it relaxing. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm seeing that makes sense that it would help with shaky hands. Yeah. It's one of those things that's not my favorite. I'll do it. Like I made, here, I'll show you this. I made this little pencil case with diamond art. And it took me like forever because this is not my gig. Like doing dot, 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 dot makes me go nuts, nuts, nuts. And I don't even need another pencil case. But I saw it at a show, and the neighbors of mine were selling them, and they were so cute. All done. But then, you know me, I forget that I have to do it then. And it sits in my office, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. It looks so pretty when it was done. But then I didn't do it for like 8 months, and then I finally did it. So that's good. This little piece is too big. So I'm going to set him to the side. I'm getting in some little areas here, so I got to find some little pieces to go in. Yeah, so I have beans and zucchini that are up, and then I have cucumbers in the hydroponic. Hopefully they'll transplant. We'll see. And then I have all my garlic out, and I've got potatoes that I mounded again yesterday. You know, potatoes are weird to grow, but when you get them, they're really good. Oh, and I pulled up, did you see the picture of all my little carrots? So carrots aren't a crop that we usually grow in Florida because our soil doesn't, number one, get cold enough, and they don't really care. They just want to hang out at the top because it's nice and warm there. Doesn't get cold enough on the top, so they don't really dive deep. But they're really cute, and they are tasty. And I harvested radishes yesterday because I wanted to put my garlic in there. Did I just spill one out? No. So I got that done. Okay, we're going to do our resin on which ones? That, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I got those out yesterday and got my garlic bulbs transplanted because we're changing the front bed. And then what was I thinking? Oh, and then the potatoes. My sweet potatoes haven't given me a slip yet. I think I'm going to make this the back and then color the front because my resin is leaking out because I'm a slob. I'm not squirting it really well here, but I'm getting it in there, so that's good. These are little, so I think I need to work on my wood cuts, you know, which ones to use and which ones not to use. Come on, Bubble, don't. Because these are really small. And I think it would be, you would be more successful. I would be more successful if I used a bigger, like, area for the glass, you know, than this small area. So I'm going to work on that because, you know, it's always about improving. Every day you do better than you did yesterday. That's Mary Jo's theory in life. I don't know. Oh, I forgot this little guy. Here he is. Okay, let me get this back on. And he's going. What are the crops that you guys... I want to put some corn out, but for the amount of land, like, I just don't know where I'd plant it because we have pineapples everywhere. But we did take down a big area of bananas that died, so maybe I'll do it there. But you only get like 2 ears of corn per big old thing. So I'm not sure if it's worth all that. I'm not sure if I'd end up with fruit rats or something like that out there eating it. The squirrels would probably get it. I hate squirrels. Airsoft gun and rat poison. That's what those squirrels get in my yard. Because they shouldn't be eating my food. That's not their food. That's not their food, just saying. Okay, guys, you see the process here. I'm gonna come back in a little while with a picture and show you as it's done. I still have to add the greens and the blues and all of that. So you just simply, look at how pretty. Look at her. And look at it on the back. The back looks even better. Isn't that pretty? Just wait. You just wait. Just wait till it's all done. Okay. I will be back soon with a photo for you guys, okay? Please share me out and about. Do all the things. Join the club. Oh, you guys saw what I made with the club, right? If you're Snoopy fans, I made little cutouts. And if you join the club, like this week till the end of the month, join the club. Oops, poor Linus. Join the club, join the club. I ask you which one of these guys you like, and I send it to you free. You get a free gift. You get a free gift. Okay, anyways, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to try and keep my demeanor going here and finish this up, and I will come back with a photo, okay? Share me out and about. Have an awesome day, and remember, you are so loved above whatever, anything you could even imagine, okay? And I will see you soon. Aloha!